When we do a sketch, we don't want to get too sophisticated.
No.
I think that proves our point. Don Rickles is here tonight. He opens at Resorts in Atlantic City tomorrow night, Friday, January 13th. Would you please welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles.
I slid. Oh, funniest monologue I've ever heard. Heard you many, many years.
Yeah.
Tonight was the funniest, so enjoy it. You were really.
Hey,
I was in the green room.
Well, we got a hot
The two
audience.
of us, and one waiter, and some black gentleman was standing there going, I'm just here to rob you. And,
There was actually a black gentleman
yeah,
in the
back
green
guy
room?
there just planning to rob.
I doubt that.
Yeah, you doubt that, sure. But what do you know? So what's new besides the competition?
I'll tell you what. I like competition.
I know you.
Yeah.
When you're on 26 years, I mean, where's the challenge?
Gives you a charge.
Yeah, but what do you need to charge? 26 years. Walk away. It's over.
Yeah.
I mean, 26 years. I sat with Ed the other night. He said, how long is he going to keep going like this? He's worried about that little tap dancer on Star Search. Gloria Kowalczyk. 341. Gloria opens up at the Palace in Encino Friday. With a 341. That show is annoying, Ed. I'll tell you. I mean, he came up the hard way. You one day, that guy, Al Mancini, is that his name? I thought he was an Italian football player. He came up, and you and your wife, you sit there, a 4, a 5, a 4.6 for a broad that throws a baton in the air and misses. And then gets a job on this show. Well, he's down that out. After 26 years, you reach. Anyway,
That's why you're here.
that's why I'm here.
You got it. We get all... One for the... That's right. We get all the old people.
It's good to see you, though, John.
Nice
It's been
to see
a
you.
while. In fact, I was at the studio gate tonight. It really was. Sit back. You got the job. He's leaning forward like, is he going to leave, Johnny, now? Is he going to leave? If he leaves, you got problems, because I know. Who's going to move all those beer kegs? Anyway, he's got a beautiful house now in Bel Air.
That's what I hear.
All the robbers went Bel Air. Anyway, what can they take from your place? I was there. A shot of champagne. Anyway, I got to tell you, I went to the gate and I came in.
The gate?
Harry.
What do you mean, the gate? Here.
The gate? No, the gate at San Quentin.
Oh, I see.
What the hell's the matter with you? When
studio
you're on
gate.
26 years, you're starting to be like Reagan. Huh? Anyway, that's why he's leaving office. He thinks it's helicopters. I don't know, Sam.
Anyway, you're at the gate.
I was at the gate, and I said, I'm Don Rickles, and the Mexican people, please believe it, a lovable Mexican gentleman. But, you know, he wasn't a scientist.
Yeah.
And he was by the gate, and I said, I'm Don Rickles. What do you want? I said, I'm doing the Tonight Show, and this is my friend Harry. Harry Goins has been with me. And he was a black man. That made him nervous.
Yes.
And we're in a Rolls Royce, an old Rolls Royce. It's an old one, you know. In fact, we had Marion Davies' aunt in the back dead. Anyway, and Eric von Stroheim was running on the running board going, "We want to go to the show."
That's an old Rolls.
That's an old Rolls. Thanks for jumping in. It helps.
I guess.
Anyway,
I'd like to keep my hand in here.
26 years. He always got to jump in, so he was worried about his name on the sign that it don't fade. Sit back. I'll tell you this.
So what did the old Mexican
I get
gentleman
the
say?
feeling he's on an airplane and he found out the left engine's out. So the guy at the gate said to me, you're not on the card. I said, well, just phone the main gate. Hello, main midway. Mr. Rickles, come in. And he stood there for 20 minutes, and finally I had to get out of the car, put on a Mexican hat, and rake his booth. Anyway,
And rake his boots.
Rake his booth.
I heard it.
Hey, everything you say isn't a gem. You've proven that many times.
You try him out, folks. You don't take this stuff on the road.
This is a great audition. You do good here, you get on Star Search.
That's right. A 3-2.
A 3-7, a 4-6. For Rose Kowalski.
We'll do this. We'll come right back.
No, we won't.
So, Ricky's boots, huh? Don Rickles. I had a question to make here. Apparently, when I introduced you, I said you open tomorrow, Friday in Resorts. You don't. You open a week from tomorrow.
No, unless I go by rocket. No, I open Atlantic City a week
on the 20th.
Right.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I didn't want people to line up there for a whole week.
Well, they do. They start to line up now. You know,
What's it cost to come in and see you now? Is it pretty heavy tab?
Well, heavy buy. I think it's fair. It's about $35 up front, and in the back it's a buck and thank you. No, they have it. They range the theater from
depending on where you sit.
Where you sit, and usually the people in the front are usually those kind of people. And you throw food to them, and they all go. Destroy me! Call me an idiot!
What's the worst place you ever worked? I mean, when you were just starting.
No, boo. Here's your boo.
Boo this.
Anyway, boo this. Now,
the worst place.
That's an Italian expression for how's the family. Now,
the worst place you ever worked when you were coming up.
I don't like to say the worst place, because everything is
You don't have
relative.
to name
When I
it.
started out, there were tough places.
Yeah.
And when you made $200 a week, as you talk about Nebraska, you made $100 a week.
Yeah.
That was great. I thought, wow, to pick on people making $100 a week, that's terrific.
You go into a club day for $25.
Yeah, I did. I did a guy called Sam Newgold. He's gone now, many years. And he used to take me by the window in New York. And he used to go up to Connecticut, to these places with about 8 stripteases and you. And all these girls come out with the pasties in those days, and that was wild, you know. And you always had the guy in the front going, you know, today they have no tops. They lean over and say, you want soup? And the guy goes, I'll take anything. Anyway, I'll take a bucket of water, whatever you got. Now, but in those days, that was unheard of. So when I worked up in those kind of places, I thought I was doing great. So I wouldn't say it's the worst place, but it was tough days, you know, because I said, you know, sir, you're a moron. And the guy would get up and go, repeat that again, please. Who's a moron? It's a little humor, sir. How about if I hurt your mother? Anyway, and my mother was in the audience, and I used to take her in the car, and I never saw her again.
That was before they knew what you were doing.
Right. And you know, so everything is relative.
You ever been punched?
Once.
Really?
Yeah, no, well, a guy tried to in Montreal, but I always used to hang around and still hang around with people that are very kind. You know, kind of guys that go, they have little blowguns.
Oh, I see.
And, no, I got my man, Harry Goins, that travels with me. He's not a kid anymore, but he moves fast.
Yeah.
When there's trouble, he tap dances. And, he's one of these black guys that say, trouble, he goes, lullaby, birdland. And then they go away. But I never have everything. When you started out with your magic act, you know, I'm sure the whole crowd got up and said, you stink.
Well, no,
but,
no, they didn't.
They did.
No, I did a good act.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to go along with it to be honest. No, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
In those days, it was tough. You know, you did all those. And it's everything to the young comedians that are coming up today. They got the improv places, the comedy stores. In our day, we didn't have that.
Didn't exist.
We just had you, and you were hot since you were born. You know.
Plow furrowing contest, Nebraska.
Pardon me?
Plow furrowing contest. You know what a plow furrowing contest is?
No. I'm a Jew from New York. We don't investigate things like that.
But we bought the plows from you.
Oh, I think so.
Anyway.
That was a good one. Hey, sit back.
Anyway, it was you go out and then would plow a section of land and see how fast you do it.
Well, isn't that similar to a big thing in the Midwest with the trucks? You see on ESPN, they pull the trucks?
No.
Well, with the tractors, when they pull it, well, they have that kind of contest. No. Okay. It's called Hurt the Jew and Ask for Trouble.
I understand you're going to appear on
Take your time. You know, when you're on 26 years, sometimes you sit there and go, come on, John, try to remember who you are. Try to remember. Sit back. I'll tell you this.
You're going to be a new one.
This is a new thing. Since you're on 26 years in the competition, he's suddenly leaning over going, John don't look good. He don't look good. He don't look good. Oh,
and
he looks wonderful.
And we got the young kid now.
Right. Gee, you're staring at him. Don't worry. And Jay Leno's in the back saying, how's my jaw? Anyway, you'll be on forever. I know you. You don't want to walk away from that kind of money. Dave Tebbutt called me and said, I give him a TV set every year. That's an inside joke, and by your response, you realize it.
Why do you do stuff like that?
Because I got news. You get one shot and you go home.
That's it.
But don't worry, Ed. You're going to be big. Hey, eventually, if Johnny retires, are you going to retire?
Certainly.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I know what your wife spends. You're not retired. He's got a wife that just sits up in Bel Air. She was an airline hostess, had nothing. Now she goes, send in another box. Come on, Ed, you're not going to retire. You told me you're waiting for him to take a cab so you can sit there and have Star Search. And Jay Leno's going to be on the highway going, a quarter. How about a quarter?
How long have you been married now, and how does your wife, Barbara, put up with you?
Well, I got news.
Yeah.
We love each other. You know, you've been married. Married.
Yes.
Married.
All right.
But,
You like the way I set this up for you? I'll just feed him in. You take the snappers.
Because I know all your wives, you know. And now you're very, very happy. Well, I did. They were all friends of mine, and they're friends of yours.
Yes.
So you got in court and said, you're going to take what? But, I mean, there's a limit. But now he's happily married, and it's working out real good for you. And I'm married at 23 years in March. God willing, it'll be 24.
Yes. Why do they applaud? Big deal.
Ask them.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you applaud that? Johnny said, why did you applaud 24 years married? How many years you married, Ed?
15.
Yeah, well, but I'll tell you. And Victoria gets up in the morning and goes, he's up.
Okay. All right, folks. You're fine. We have to do this. Hey, we're coming right back.
Show the
Yes, we are.
Show the
Tiffany's
slide.
coming here.